Let's be honest, current state of this tank is not perfect, but I can totally make it work. It doesn't require full restart, it's not failed, it's just what happens sometimes, and I will show you step by step how you can make it work. There are many videos out there when people build their tanks, put hundreds of dollars worth of plants, and immediately show those tanks as final results. No few weeks later, no follow-ups. And beginner fish enthusiasts assume that this is normal. No, it's not normal. Ugly stage is a real and very common thing. If your tank looks like this after the start, yes, it's kind of an extreme scenario, but it happens, and I will show you what to do next. As always, I will keep the video short and focused. This is the tank I will use for this build. It's 45 by 30 by 30 centimeters and holds roughly 40 liters of water. On top of it, I placed 18 watts LED light and I run it at 50% of its power. I started that build from creating Hardscape from few pieces of spiderwood. I like working with spiderwood because it's just so easy to create something great from it. After a few tries, I ended up with this, and I have to say that I was very happy with that. It might make a planting a little bit difficult, but still, great looking hardscape in my opinion. Next, I placed few rocks between those wood pieces to weigh them down and make the entire structure more stable. This is a great base for the rest of the build. Next, I prepared the substrate. I used few root sticks to provide nutrients for my plants. I was not using a lot, just few pieces here and there where I knew I want to put my plants. In the next step, I added few pieces of small lava rocks. They are great for raising the substrate a bit and they help with plant rooting. Besides, it's a very cheap material, much cheaper than the next one. Active soil. With root tabs and lava rocks already in place, I covered entire bottom with active soil. Those three ingredients combined should be just a perfect for healthy plant growth. After I was done with substrate, this was the result. I think it looks great. There are great places for planting, there are many details, it's consistent, and it looks realistic. Good start. So let's move to the next step and start planting it. I want to fill this tank with various types of crypts. Something small in the front, long ones in the back, so something around 5 different types, but all of them crypts. Before I start, I poured a bit of water into the substrate to make planting a bit easier. I'm starting from the back and slowly moving to the front. It's not the easiest tank to plant if I'm honest. There's a lot of roots, rocks, and there is a limited space for my hands. But one by one, all plants made into the tank with no major issues. This is the result for now, and I think it looks great. It's dense, it's wild, it's the type of tank that I really like. So let's move it into its place and fill it with water. And here we are. We will treat this as our day 1. The tank looks good, shows a lot of potential, and for now, I should keep an eye on it, which I'm planning to do, and maintain it, which I'm planning to avoid. And first update is a very quick one. It's only day 3, and it looks much worse already. We have an obvious bacterial bloom and the water became very milky. You might also notice something. There is no filter there. On purpose. I tried to create a very extreme scenario here, and complete lack of water movement will help me with that. This kind of bacterial bloom doesn't happen every time, but I'm actually glad that I could show you also that part. It's normal, just wait it out. So let's move ahead. There we are at day 9. Water is much clearer now, and because of that you can clearly see first problems with algae. There are diatoms building up here and there, some slime on top of the wood, and other problems. And the most important, plants are melting like crazy. Yes, creeps like to melt when they are moved to new environment, and because we have a lot of them, there is a lot of dying, decaying leaves in this setup. But I'm not cleaning that out. I'm not making any water changes. I'm just waiting for the worst to happen. I have to admit, even though my plan was to let this tank suffer a bit, I was not expecting that. This is what I call a bad start. And probably this is when a lot of beginner fish keepers would just give up and start over. Just look at this. There is algae everywhere, and the amounts are just crazy. The funny part is that everything else is also in a very bad shape. But you just cannot see it through this disgusting glass. In case you are a beginner and you are wondering, no, it's not always that bad. This is really extreme case. I was not doing any maintenance in this tank. There was no cleaning, no water changes, nothing. Plus, remember that I placed a lot of crypts in here, and 80% melted straight away. And I left all this rotting biomass in my water column to make things as bad as possible. And I definitely succeeded with that. But now we have some work to do. We have to put this tank back on track and prove that there is no need for drastic actions. So let's start from good old-fashioned cleaning session. Using this algae scraper, I'm removing algae from my front glass. Just look at the amounts floating in the water. It's just amazing. Next, I removed that algae using a hose and made my first 50% water change. On the top, you can also see there is a lot of calcium residue on the glass. It's because of the water evaporation. But anyway, this is the only thing that I did on the first day, because I didn't want to change the water chemistry too much, too quickly. After first water change and with cleaned front glass, you can see how dirty this wood actually is. So, if you thought this is only glass, nope, it's much worse. One day later, when things settled a bit, I cleaned one side glass and made another 50% water change. I know it seems unnecessary to do it in batches, but I do not want to upset my plants too much. They already started to grow back, and extreme changes in the environment may cause them to melt back again, and we definitely don't want that. I repeated exactly the same process one more time on the third day. And look, what a difference! It already looks much better. Glass is relatively clean, and we are definitely ready to start treating this as proper, healthy, cycled ecosystem. So now I will keep up with regular maintenance, add some small cleanup group to help, and let the nature do its thing. Because nature always wins. It never fails. Sooner or later, things will balance themselves and will all come together. What started as disgusting mountain of algae with a little push ended up as a very atmospheric tank. It's full of life, it's natural, healthy, and incredibly clean. Look at this wood now. Remember how it was before? And plants, from melting blob into lush, dense, incredible and thriving plant. And the best part is that once it really settles, you don't have to do that much. I don't have to clean the glass, I don't have to make regular water changes, I don't even have to trim the plants. It all works like a perfect natural machine. So, if you're struggling at the beginning, if you're encountering problems with algae, just be patient. Give your tank a chance. Sometimes help a little bit. But have faith in incredible power of natural processes. And don't get distracted or discouraged by fake videos of tanks that are perfect from the day one and never develop any problems. Just enjoy the entire journey of setting up your tank and learn from it. Leave a like if you liked that video, let me know in the comments if you ever had a really bad start and how you dealt with it. It might help someone else that is watching. Thank you for your support and see you in the next one.